Good day and welcome to Zambales Realty. And today we have this rare opportunity to feature this 600 hectare property here in Botolan, Zambales. So come and join us as we show you around this remarkable and stunning property with its size and with its location right here on our channel. Hi, I'm Darren Nava from Zambales Realty, and I'm happy to meet you on our channel, where I'm introducing you to the best properties for sale in Zambales. Zambales is known for its natural wonders, but it is also a place where commercial and social activities never stop, be it summer or rainy season. Is that all? Absolutely not, but it's time for now to see our today's offer. So enjoy this beautiful view, and I'll see you on the other side. Good morning everyone, we are here in Botolan, Zambales. So I left Olongapo City at around 3 a.m. in the morning, and right now it's about 6 o'clock in the morning here in Botolan. So we are preparing our vehicle to visit this 572 hectares. I repeat, this is a 572 hectare property located in Botolan, Zambales. So we're just preparing our 4x4, and right now we are driving on our way to the property. So at first we will be enjoying this pavement or cemented road, but later on we will experience a more challenging terrain, a bumpy ride. So if you're into this kind of property, stay tuned guys, and let me show you how amazing Zambales is. You know, by showing you the view on the way to the property, it has so much amazing views to offer to you. And I will tell you now guys, the property is not located along the road or along the highway or that fancy barangay road. No, it is not located on those area. You will go through, you will be crossing technically rivers, about a foot or 2 feet rivers, and also you will be crossing a lot of lahar or sands, and you will be crossing tall grasses. And these are the locals here. So yeah, the travel is about 45 minutes to an hour with the 4x4 vehicle. And here's our driver that will be guiding us to the property. So it's a 4x4 vehicle. It has 2 shifters. So I normally do drive automatic vehicle, so this is new to me. And this is my first experience on riding 4x4 vehicle in off-road. Normally, we get used to showing you properties located just along the road or just the beachfront properties, but this one is entirely a different and a whole new level for us. So there are 2 things to enjoy going to this property. First, this is a rare listing, a very rare opportunity to have this kind of listing with its unique size. It's massive, it's expansive size of 572 hectares. Not all day or not every day you can find a property like that. So this is something special and unique. And another one is the view. Okay, here we'll just enjoy the process, we'll just enjoy the ride, the travel, and the journey. Anyway, the travel is rough, especially when you're on the location proper, but it is a lot less stressful because of the views of the rural area of the Botolan, Zambales. It's about 95% full of nature, just trees. you will only hear the sounds of the air, fresh air. So for me, it's like having the best day of my real estate experience, because yeah, you get to have this kind of adventure. Now we are entering the off-road area. This is still going to the property. It's still not part of the property. It's just the way to the property. And though you might see it as off-road, but it's still not off-road yet. We're just getting to the exciting part. And on this video, I can still stand and smile. But later on, oh my god, it will drain the energy out of your body. So I just wish I could have bring my extra shirt going to the property, because I am excessively sweating. So that's my problem, being a a vlogger and at the same time the one who sells property. So yeah, this is our view. So this river leads the beach of Botolan, Zambales. Okay, so we will show you going to the property. So this is about 10%. We're about 10% on our way to the location. So our first river cross, it's still not that deep, and there are communities here. Their mode of transport is either by tricycle or motorcycle, in which they modify their motorcycle into off-road type. So they just change the tires for more traction. So here we are, our first river crossed. Okay, you can hear the power of this Daihatsu Feroza 16 valve 4x4 vehicle, old but gold. Alright, a successful river cross. So I never thought having this kind of adventure. By the way, this portion is brought to us by Cobra Energy Drink. Okay, yeah, that's our driver drinking an energy drink by Cobra. So because this is a bit more challenging in this area. So yeah, this is Lahar, this is the sandy part. So we will show you all the good side and bad side. Anyway, I can recall a certain quotes that difficult roads leads to good places, and this is a testament to that. Our second river cross, again a successful one. So it's a bit more bumpy here. Saan na kami? So we are here somewhere in Botolan. According to our guide, we're still not halfway there yet. It's a long way to go. Dito akin na. Paganyan mo. Hi guys, I'm with my friends. And the more we get closer to the property, the more it gets harder to go. And these are the livestock here in Botolan, Zambales. There's a lot of cows. Can make more corned beef for us. Alright. Amazing view. Mountain view is your backdrop. And still this majority of the properties here are flat. So just to describe you and give you an idea about this 572 hectare property, generally about 95% of that property or 90% of that property is flat land and cultivated. So it has vegetations there, They grow eggplants there. They grew chilies. They also have papaya, banana trees that they harvest it from time to time, and they also have fish pond on that property. And we are lucky to have this day. As you can see, it's sunny, and normally at this season it always rains in Zambales. When it's raining in Zambales, yeah, and the grass are much greener, and the air here is fresh. I wish you can come here. You can visit this area, just this area, even without going to the property. Botolan has so many secrets that it has to unfold. That natural secrets, that natural wonders. This province has a number of potentials, especially when it comes to nature parks like the Kamka Inumayan, if you're familiar with that. So that part of the property is also a riverfront property wherein they accommodate guests. They build cottages near to the river. So the feeling is very natural and one with nature. So where we are now, I believe we are more than halfway to the property. So I wish you can spare me this time. Bear with me. Just a little bit patience. We'll get there. Please don't fast forward, as you don't have the opportunity to view such majestic and panoramic views of the mountains and the nature here in Botolan, Zambales. By the way, some portions of the 572 hectare property is on has a mountain. So 90% of the property is flat, and the remaining 10% are part of the mountains and part of the Zambales Tarlac Road. So we better watch out that part of the property, because that's one pretty amazing, isn't it? Imagine you're in the roadside. But by the way, that Zambales Tarlac Road is currently under construction. When it's done, and the property is near there, so definitely the valuation of the property, or that portion of the property, will get higher valuation once the roadways or the highway of the Zambales Tarlac Road is done and finished. And here we are. Here's the beginning of the 572 hectare property. We'll just stop over at the house of the caretaker. And here's our
Good day
4
and
by 4
welcome to
still alive and
Zambales
kicking.
Realty. And today we have this rare
And right after
opportunity
we
to
arrive
visit
at the base
Kabanggan.
camp, just kidding.
Mali, no?
Right after we arrive at the start point of the 572 hectares, so we just shoot some intro for our video because we are excited to
Good day and welcome
have
to
this
Zambales
video extra
Realty.
special.
And today we are
So I
here in
include a clip.
Botolan,
So
Zambales to have this rare
this can be
opportunity to
considered
feature
also
the
as a
600 hectare
BTS, or
property.
behind the scenes for my vlogs, and how we do things.
Naulit, no?
So there you have it. It's all impromptu, without a script,
Good day, this is
and
Darren
we
Nava from
made so many
Zambales Realty.
takes.
And today
Our
we are
GoPro
here
is
in
about
Botolan, Zambales
30%
to feature the 600
on that
hectare
time,
property
and we're about
right
to
here on
shoot a
our
600,
channel.
or I'm sorry, a
So stay tuned
572
as we
hectare
discuss.
property.
Sige, wag mo nang kata.
By the way, guys, for clarification,
So
the
stay with
size of
us
the
as
property
we
is
feature you
572 square meter.
some of the
I mean,
most
I'm sorry.
vital
The size
parts
of
of
the
this
property is
property
572
only here
hectares.
in Zambales
So
Realty.
why am I always saying on the video it's a 600 hectare?
Hi,
Because
I'm Darren Nava from
on the
Zambales
first time
Realty,
I
and
heard about
today
this
we are
property,
here in Botolan, Zambales to
the
feature this
caretaker is
600
telling
hectare
me
property.
that it
So
is a
stay
600
tuned as we
hectare. But upon
discuss and
verification
show
with
you
the
around this
title, because
property
this
and its
property
vital
is
parts.
secured with
It has
land
some
title, the
interesting parts of
absolute
this area,
proof
so
of ownership. You know what I'm saying. So when I go through over
keep on
the
watching
land
Zambales
title
Realty.
and I add,
Sige.
so this portion of the property is about 167 or 167 hectare on this portion of the property that is cultivated, and the other part is 400 plus property, 400 hectare property. So to add that, it's about 572 hectare property combined. So just a clarification. Again, that's the importance of having due diligence or having an expert to see the documents, whether it is clean or not. Like this one, so we get to clarify also with the owner. We have direct communications with the owner who is in overseas but willing to return to the Philippines when it comes to negotiations or selling process of this property. So going back, so in this area, this 167 hectare property is highly cultivated. We will show you on the video the different plants and variety of root crops planted here. So on this area we have the, the rice fields near to the residence of the caretaker of the property. So they have a nice nipa hut. They also have a guest room in here. They the caretaker have a big nipa hut, and those other two separate nipa huts are for the guest. Imagine that. And when I was inside on that nipa hut while having our lunch, it's a lot cooler. Way cooler than a cemented house. So here's the dove. So they have a lot of pets. They have pigs, they have chicken, they have turkeys, and they have doves, which adds life to the farm, to the already lively farm. You know.
Ah, sige po. Sa
So
lawak.
right now, me and Nanay, we are going to the pond area. So they have ponds here where they can catch fish like a tilapia, a local fish here in the Philippines. It's the counterpart of what they call that cream dory in Vietnam or in Thailand. Yeah, that's our local fish here. And then you can also catch electric eels there, which I think it's a cuisine or a Japanese cuisine or in the fine dines.
Ito po
It's
part na po
yummy.
to ng ano no, 600 hectares.
So it's about
100.
a 3-minute walk from the house to the fish pond, and you have this amazing view. Generally, they are flat. The topography here is flat on this side of the property. So you have plenty of trees, a number of trees. We have fruit-bearing trees. We have pine trees over there. So there are bushes everywhere. But once this is developed or cultivated or landscape, if you can landscape a 572 hectare property, but it definitely has to be a budget for that.
Ah, part 2 yan.
Right here, those grass are quite itchy, especially when you're sweating and it scratches your arm. Oh, here we are. This is the lake or the pond, whatever you call that. So that pond was formed due to the accumulation of the water from the mountains downstream to that low lying area. It's it's the shape of the bowl, according to the caretaker. So also maybe perhaps it has a natural spring underground. That's why it never lost or it never get dried up. And there are plenty of fish here. So this is a wide fish pond, natural fish pond. If I estimate, it's about 1,000 square meter fish pond. There, the water seems clear. It just seems murky because a while ago there are caravans here that walks that cross this side of the path or the trail. And there's our lovely tree. This one is perfect if you can put up a floating nipa here.
Tabi-tabi.
Yeah, floating resto. Use this tree as your foundation, or maybe a tree house on a pond. That's a lot nicer and unique, isn't it? So in this area, the caretakers, or should I say the farmer, who is the caretaker at the same time, this property, can gather can gather a fish, different kinds of fish, freshwater fish for their daily consumption. So definitely there are a lot of fish in here, especially tilapia, because recently, according to them, DNR gave them seedlings. What do you call it? The small fish. Yeah, I forgot the term. But those small fish, small eggs of the fish, the tilapia fish, they put it in there. So we will now proceed to the other part of the property, which has a eggplant eggplant plantation. So and tapioca. Okay, let's see which will comes first. If it is the eggplant or the tapioca farm. So this part is a bit uphill, and when you went uphill, so the land is generally once flat again. Still bushy here. You should understand, guys. This is a massive property to cover for a vlog. It took us around a whole day. I was traveling at Olongapo City, but I left Olongapo City at 3 a.m. and now this is about 2 p.m. in the afternoon. Imagine the travel. So it would take us a whole day. These are the tapioca. Yeah. The kamote or the sweet potatoes. The one on your right, that's a tapioca. It's it's similar. It looks similar with the marijuana, yeah, leaves, but this one is carb. Yeah, you can differentiate. Yeah, that's a whole lot of kamoteng kahoy or tapioca. Correct me if I'm wrong with my term, but as far as I know, these are kamote. Yeah, I love kamote, especially when they do it like a kamote chips or kamote cube. Oh my god. Especially as an athlete, I love kamote, banana for my proteins and carbs. So those are my diet, especially when I was running in Sierra Madre for my trail run. I get used to that diet. So there's a tons of harvest here. So what's good about this property, meaning is that if there are vegetations here like eggplants and kamote, so definitely there are income. This is income generating, which is practical. So we will hunt now eggplants. Okay, I got you now, eggplant. You are mine. Take me to your leader. So at first I was shy to take a pick, but when I see Nanay
Makipitas
doing
na
the
rin ako na
picking
yan.
things, so I also pick one for me and two. Yeah. That's the farm fresh harvest eggplant. How good is
Isang
that?
isang
You
bungahan
know,
lang pala
when
to.
when planting plants like this, like eggplant, or planting crops, it's
Opo.
like growing your own money. And also in a setup like this, in a location like this, wherein it would take you miles away and river cross to go to the public market. So it is very ingenious and practical to plant your food. Like this one, they have plenty of options. They have the kamote, they have fish, they have eggplants. So by the way, if you may ask that there's only about 3 or 4 people here living in this area as a caretaker. They are family, just to clear. So why are they planting this much of vegetation, of this much of crops, of kamote, of plantations? Because there are farmers here who come and buy those fruits,
Doon
those
po.
harvests, those eggplants. So those farmers come here with a carabao and a carrier, so they harvest it. They, of course, they negotiate how much per kilo of eggplants and everything. And also here, while having a chat with the caretaker, they do crop rotation. There are times they plant
Sa akin po ay yung
eggplant, they
puting
plant
butik.
nuts, they plant squash, and also watermelon. They plant watermelon and other root crops that is endemic in Zambales.
Ito po yung huling part ng 100 hectares.
Alright, so which part are we? So there's the mountain. The property reaches to the foot of that mountain. You know, when you own a 572 hectare property, so
Lakad lang din po yan.
it covers almost all the the land that your eyes can see. Literally, when you have this much of the property, this 572 hectare property, everything that you can see is yours, or I mean, belongs to the owner of that 572 hectares, whose name is in the title. Yes. Anyway, okay, we are now on the other part. So
Tama.
here they planted tomatoes. Yeah, local tomatoes. It's like the size
Ang
of
lawak
a,
nito na, no?
what do you call that citrus? Calamansi. Yeah, because it's local. I will show you.
Tama.
Here's the baby plant, baby tomato plant. Yeah, in just about 4 weeks, it is ready to bear fruits. And we have another mountain view here. So this property is very much perfect for those owners. I mean, corporations who wants to have a plantation, or private individual who wants to own a piece of hacienda or a piece of paradise. This definitely, in all areas of this property, of these 572 properties, you have unlimited options of views and backdrops, whichever you like. And then here is the part where we have a small brooks or stream, and we have a resting place here and a water source. It's a drinkable water. And that small hill is also a part of the 167 hectare property. Once again, we are not talking about square meters here. We are now talking about by the hectares, hundreds of hectares. So you have a natural irrigation here through the Brooks system. Yeah, the small water river like. So it's lunchtime. We have sardine and the fresh eggplants we harvest from the farm. Come on, let's eat. Once again, a view from the house of the caretaker. Here are the rice farm. So by next month, these are ready for harvesting. So we're going now to the 400 hectare property. We're done with the first part of the 100 hectare property, which we previously showed you. Now with our 4x4, since 2x4 cannot cross over the trails here in this part of Batol and Zambales. We are now on the way to the 400 hectare property, and this road or this land is still part of the 100 hectare property. You see how wide it is. I wonder how we managed to put up a vlog for this massive property. It would take us a whole week if we just walk around. So it is better. It is a better option to ride a 4x4 wheels. The view here, the beautiful views here are unlimited. Now, while going to the property, let me discuss with you the pros and cons of having a massive property like this. So first, you have an unlimited view. Of course, a seemingly and obviously unlimited piece of land where you can put up a house anywhere because it's all yours and it's titled at the same time. Now, the contrary is that, Of course, the annual taxes for this piece of land. This massive 572 hectare property definitely has a chunk of tax annually. And also the maintenance. So you can see that is why only the 100 hectares is highly cultivated, but also the part of the 400 hectares is also developed. We will meet the caretaker later there and see how he take care of the property. And once again, we would like to thank the owner for allowing us to visit her property and choosing Zambales Realty, the leading realty and real estate company in Zambales. Thank you very much, ma'am. And you see that hill, that two hill, that's part of the 400 hectare property. And on the leftmost side, that road construction there, that's still part of the 400 hectare property. Portion of the 400 hectare property is part of the road frontage of that Zambales Tarlac Road. So once that thoroughfare is developed, that Zambales Tarlac Road, definitely that portion of that 400 hectare property will appreciate or more or less double in value. But what one thing we are sure of, definitely it will appreciate. Whenever a property is along the roadside or near to a main place or a marketplace, town centers, those properties gets higher value. So here is the bird's eye view of the 400 hectare property. You can see how vast this area is. If we get difficulty on touring you on the 100 hectare property, what more difficult and challenges we are facing on this 400 hectare property right here in Botolan, Zambales. Only here on Zambales Realty. You know, I always like to modulate my voice because when I was younger, I dreamed of being a host or a voiceover actor on commercials. Yeah, I can recall when I was a kid, I always mimic the voices of the voiceover like in ABS-CBN or in Jack TV, here at Jack TV, something like that. Anyway, enough with that commercial. Going back to the property, so we are here. This is the 400 hectare property, and part of that is these two hills, one on the right and another one on the right, and portion of that Zambales Tarlac Road, perhaps the foot of that mountain. Again, this property has its land title, but as part of the buying process, if you are to buy a property, make sure before buying that you have conducted your own due diligence. Well, how is that? You will go to the registry of deeds to verify the papers yourself. Verify it yourself. No one can better testify the accuracy of this data that we are saying or the documents, the papers, unless you do it yourself. And also,
So that concludes our property tour. Those two mountains behind me are part of the 407 hectare property plus portion of that mountain with Zambales Tarlac Road. So once again, this is Darren Shanava, and don't forget to like and subscribe on our YouTube channel, Zambales Realty, for more properties to come.
so it was a soaring heat on the field. I felt dehydrated. You know, it's about 37, 38 degrees Celsius, midday. So before leaving the property, we buy some dried shrimps from the caretaker of this 400 hectare property. I salute this caretaker of this 400 hectare property being able to guard the property itself and to guard the boundaries That's a massive one. So we also get some dayap. That's like a citrus fruit. A seasoning also for pancit. So we are now heading again to the 100 hectare property where we will discuss some things and perhaps have some snacks and refreshments, of course. So bye bye for now for 100 hectare property. Those are the mountains that are part of the property that measures 400 hectare property. And also, I would like to thank all my team here at Zambales Realty for making this possible. So this is not an individual work. See, we are crossing the river again and again and again. So for those interested buyers, so you know what to expect. You know what type of vehicle you must bring, because
And the type
a
of
vehicle
vehicle.
is not only a four wheels, it must be a 4x4 vehicle, because the terrain here is challenging and water can be deep as high as 2 feet or 3 feet during flood days or during rainy season. But it's a hell of a fun adventure and a new experience for me as the one involved in the business of real estate. So let's just enjoy the process when doing this kind of business. And for those and for those interested buyers, corporations and all, please allot a whole day for the shipping. Because preparing for the property itself, preparing to go for the property itself, it took us about 1 or 2 hours. And then going to the property,
Hi guys,
it's about
I'm with my friends.
45 minutes
We're
to
about to
one
get
hour.
home.
Estimated only when the weather is good. And then also when doing the property tour, when doing the property viewing, it would not take you, I'm telling you guys, it would not take you 2 or 3 hours to check the property, especially when verifying or checking the boundaries.
So
No.
we're done doing a property tour. So we are now heading to our base camp at Camp Kainumayan, and then it's about 2:30 p.m. And yes, we are still about to cross this river. Nice, huh? I like it. We're still about 2 days from getting home. So this is the most tiring property tour of all time, because we are using 4x4. We're in the middle of nowhere. We have no access to anything, even signal. And there's a group ride of caravans. They have I think that's a charity ride or something. And if you like this video, be sure to hit subscribe button and follow us on Facebook and on our YouTube channel, so you'll never miss properties like this. This is Darren Shanava, your host, signing off. Ciao.
Are you selling your property? Get it featured on our channel. Send us videos of your property at darrenchanava@gmail.com. Let's get it sold. We make buyer and sellers meet. Don't forget to subscribe for more properties.